Hey, this one's getting a little longer than I thought it would, so we're going into a two-parter here. So welcome to part two of my little visit to the Vancouver Health Show on this past weekend. Anyway, so I wandered around a little bit more, and I came up against a couple of, every health show's got it. Soy everywhere. So, here, this is my little two-bit opinion right here. Soy milk. Soy is everywhere in this show. Absolutely everywhere. You guys know how I feel about soy, right? Don't eat it. It's bad. It's horrible stuff. That's all I gotta say. And the reason I have my little two-bit opinion about soy is because soy is actually not the health food the soy industry would have you believe. It actually has a lot of estrogen mimicking qualities to it, and almost all of it is GMO, genetically modified organism, I believe it stands for. And a lot of it, except the organic stuff, is highly sprayed with pesticides, so really kind of toxic. And that's another reason why it's got so much estrogen mimicking properties to it. But if you really want to cut out, belly fat and stuff like that, you guys and girls, cut soy out. And take a look at the ingredients list on your canned products and packaged products. Soy lecithin is in almost everything, and that's an emulsifier. It's a garbage byproduct of soy, and they discovered that it makes things get more gelled, more firm. So they put it in a lot of canned products to make things stay their shape and stuff like that. But it's a garbage byproduct of soy, so it's in a lot of stuff. So I actually avoid it quite fanatically, and it's one of the things that I cut out just before I actually did find my abs. So, and I was having a hard time finding them too, and I cut out soy and a bunch of other stuff that has soy estrogen mimicking properties to it, like drinking out of bottled water, drinking out of plastic bottles, leaching plastic bottles, as well as beer. That has a lot of that as well in it. So I tend to avoid soy at all costs. I don't believe it's the health food that the soy industry would have you believe. That's my personal opinion. If anybody wants to argue that fact with me, feel free to go for it. I know it's chock full of protein, but I find my protein in other ways. So that's my two-bit opinion. And so I wandered around a bit more, and I found, our wonderful friend acai berries. And I know they've got a heck of a reputation for being a scam product. And you know what? Acai berry pills, for the most part, probably are, well, they're a scam product. They don't help you lose weight. They don't. Acai berries, yeah, they have a lot of great antioxidant quality to them. And this guy that I talked to had quite a bit to say, went on and on about it. And I believe his product is probably, even though they were a bit zealot about the whole thing, I believe his product probably has a head and shoulders above most of the products that you will find out there that claim benefits because it's got acai in it. I think a lot of the products that have acai in it, well, take for instance, I've got this vitamin thing in my cupboard that I take just once in a blue moon when I feel run down, and it's supposedly acai, but it's acai flavored. And I looked at the ingredients list, and acai is not even listed in the ingredients in the ingredients list. So they use blackcurrant to make it taste like acai. So anyway, you guys, acai pills in and of themselves will not make you lose weight faster or better or more efficiently in any way, shape, or form. There are some antioxidants in acai berries, yes, like blueberries, only maybe just a little bit more potent, but it's not one of those magic pills that you can take to lose weight. So anyway, have a listen to some of the stuff this guy has to say. I think a lot of it actually is valid. So yeah, give a listen. I just mentioned that it's bottled to look like wine. Why would you guys bottle it to make it look like wine?
It looks cool.
It looks cool. Yeah.
They spray dry it.
So the question is, if I go to Costco and buy juice, and it's the same thing is it the same thing as I'm buying from these guys? And these guys are saying no, because the guys at Costco who sell acai berry juice spray dry it. What does that mean exactly?
You lose the nutrients by spray drying.
But what does it mean though? What does spray drying mean?
I don't know.
You don't know?
But all I know is you lose a ton of the nutrients.
That's all you know, okay.
But
and so freeze dry it. And then you turn it into, how do you turn it into juice if it's freeze-dried?
Because it's a powder, and they send it to another manufacturer. They add water. They put in 18 different fruits with it.
So it sounds like you're telling me this is made from concentrate.
No. I tell you there's a big difference. The acai berry loses most of its nutrients after it's harvested within 24 to 48 hours.
Okay.
The only way to maintain the nutrients is to flash freeze dry it in a vacuum. So as soon as it's picked, it goes down the Amazon. It goes down the Amazon, and it gets put into the plants, and it's freeze dried right away. That they turn it into a powder.
Right, and then they add water to make the juice. So wouldn't you say it's a bit of a from concentrate situation, right?
And then there's water put back in to make it into a liquid form.
Why don't they just make it into juice right from where they pick it?
They can. You lose most of the nutrients. And so they've got a plant set up down there that freeze dries the berries within 24 to 48 hours. And then they've tested the product for the ORAC value and everything else.
Right. So if you guys cook with oil, this is the best stuff to cook with right here.
Do you want me to put it in a bag for you?
I've got a bag right here.
Okay. Oh, you want to take a picture of it?
Recording video.
Oh, okay.
Recording video.
$5 for that.
So yeah, that stuff's awesome for cooking with, you guys. If you guys have to cook with oil, it's probably one of the better things to cook with, as opposed to, you know, canola oil, or olive oil is not bad, but coconut oil is better. Just saying. All right, so then I stuck around a little bit more, walked around a little bit more, and looked at a few more products. And just as I was getting ready to leave, there was one more thing that caught my eye, or my ear, which was a girl that was a nutritionist who was giving a talk about vitamins and minerals. And I walked up on her as she was talking about calcium and how you can find calcium in food and how much calcium you actually absorb from milk products versus how much you actually absorb from what she said Chinese greens, which have more calcium that's absorbable by the body than traditional North American greens like spinach, which I was really surprised to hear. And then she talked about the amount of calcium that can be absorbed from milk products as well. And I know milk products are getting a bit of a bad rap these days. And I'm still on the fence about milk products and their health benefits. I'm still deciding. There's a lot of arguments on both sides of the fence. So anyway, so she talked a little bit about that, and then she moved on to vitamin D and the benefits of vitamin D and the benefits of sunlight to get vitamin D, and the difference between winter sunlight versus summer sunlight to get vitamin D, and how winter sunlight doesn't give you as much, and how it can give some people SAD, seasonal affective disorder, make them depressed in the winter when they're not getting enough vitamin D from the sun, that kind of thing, which I've had friends who got that. I don't seem to be affected by that, whether it's summer or winter. My moods are pretty stable. I mean, I definitely love summer and I get excitable in the summertime, but I don't get depressed in the wintertime anymore for any other reason than just, you know, bad stuff's happening or something like that in life or something, you know. But just generally feeling depressed for no reason, that doesn't happen to me, like it does to some people in the wintertime. And then she moved on to the vegan lifestyle, where she lost half her audience. I guess these people that got up and left at that stage aren't vegans and didn't feel like being converted, so they'd heard everything they needed to hear, so they got up and walked away. And I wandered off at that stage as well, because I'm not vegan and I have no desire to become vegan either, so I'd heard everything I needed to hear as well, so I wandered off. But anyway, here's a little piece of her speech for you guys to listen to for yourself. It's just a short clip. I'm sorry. I could have recorded the whole thing, but then we'd be sitting here all night, right?
For a while, but I would guess in the next few years it will change. Practical pointers here: stay on top of vitamin D. Just get your status tested, know where you're at. And if you look at the reference ranges, these are just suggested reference ranges, but if you're less than 30 nanograms per mil, you're deficient. 30 to 50 used to be thought to be great, but now it's thought to be slightly suboptimal, and 50 to 70 is thought to be